everybody a fish they can eat for a day, but if you teach them how to fish, they can eat for their life. And so what I've been trying to remind people of is that when I come and work with you, I always want to give you a few fish so that you've got some things to take right back to your classroom. But I also want to give you good fishing techniques, because if you have good fishing techniques, then you can take the things in this kit and you have endless possibilities that you can keep building with your students on how you can use music to help them learn about music, but also to learn about life and about themselves. And especially with early childhood, I think it's never more true than to say, you're not teaching music or teaching math or teaching reading, you're teaching children. And you're teaching them through all of those different curricular areas. So really always our job with early childhood is to prepare them for life. And that using those different things that we can use to help them do better as they navigate through life is really our end goal. At least that's always my end goal when I'm working with kids in early childhood. Maybe some of them will become musicians sometime in their life, where they do that for more than enjoyment. Hopefully they will all use music for enjoyment for their whole life, especially if they've had that background from you. So some very basic things. I think this is one of the greatest times in the world for parents to understand the value of music and music in their kids' learnings. Sadly, I think we're in a time where a lot of those things are not as well understood sometimes in those older ages, but for whatever reason, parents of young children really get it, that music is a huge vehicle for their kids to learn about a lot of things. So we're very fortunate in that I don't think you'll ever have an early childhood parent who questions why you're using time for music, even though sometimes we unfortunately ask those questions as kids get older, even though hopefully it should be just as obvious. But I'll move off of that since we don't have to worry about that in this room. So parents really do get it. It has a universal appeal. It always cracks me up when I meet someone with their new baby or their new toddler and who's like, they're just so musical. As soon as I turn on music, they just move. And of course, yes, they're humans. That's the great thing, is that all young children are musical. And what we want to do is to foster that and make them realize that that's a wonderful thing, and not make them somehow decide at some point that that's not a good thing for them to be. So we do have this ability that kids are wired to love music. They already enjoy it, and so we can use that to do other things. It's great for entertainment. Sometimes we're just looking for ways to fill the time. That's how the day is sometimes. It's fantastic for education, and of course, it just gives them energy, helps them burn off some of that extra energy, keeps them excited for their day. So all kinds of ways that you can use music. It just needs to be just a mini to mini chord, like auxiliary type chord. No.
What were you trying
Oh, that might work. I'm just trying to play music from here